Hi there, good afternoon, everybody. This is Liz Davis. I am a nutritionist and I specialise in digestive health for busy women. So I help busy women fix their IBS symptoms, bloating, heartburn, uncomfortable digestion, related kind of hormone issues, things like that. And I do it with state of the art testing and supplements and dietary upgrades to really help you to bring all that back into balance nicely and start to feel good and healthy again. So on that note, there is an awful lot of challenges, etc. Giving up sugar, giving up alcohol, starting an exercise regime, lifting weights in the gym, all that kind of thing tends to become really popular in January, the beginning of the year. The trouble is, it can get a little bit overwhelming, and I think, to be perfectly honest, January probably isn't the best time of year to be starting to think about doing that kind of thing. Fair enough if you want to, if you're in the mood and it suits you, that's good. But for the vast majority of people, I think January probably you still feel a bit sluggish. It's still a bit wintry. It's very cold out. For everybody, it's not going to be the best time of year for doing that kind of thing anyway. If, for example, you want to give up, I don't know, sugar or what have you, then it's probably going to be a good thing, if you feel the need to do it now, do it now. But, if you don't feel like it at the moment, don't sweat it, maybe look at it again in the springtime. What I would focus on for this time of year is certainly trying to de-stress, particularly if you have gut problems. You'll be very aware of the connection between what's going on in your mind and what's going on in your digestive system. And you will know that stress and anxiety particularly are going to have a real knock-on effect on how your gut functions. So we'll just go over a few ways, really simple things that you can start to add in to your daily routine now that are going to help you on that front without going all out with a really intense challenge, which, as I say, may suit some people, won't suit everybody. If you want to do it, do it. But if you don't sweat it. Just kind of really focus on getting into the year slowly and doing some things that feel really good to you. So you've got to start putting yourself first. That's the thing. So the first thing I would absolutely do is do not be afraid to say no. If you're feeling very busy, it's okay to say no to people. If you've got an overworked boss who is piling work on you, if you have very demanding children or a spouse that's not pulling their weight around the house, for example, all these things add to your stress, and it's really important for you to be able to take time out in your day, kick back and relax, because at the end of the day, ultimately, you can't pour from an empty cup. And if you particularly are suffering with health issues, then that's doubly important because you really need to take that time. Time to yourself. Don't be afraid to say no if you're feeling overwhelmed, or even if you're not. The second thing I would do, and I've been doing this myself this week, is to not be on screens all night. So learn to turn that phone off, because if your phone's anything like mine, it's just bleeping the whole time, messages coming through, emails, etc. Just turn it off. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, off it goes, and that's it. There's nothing that's going to be happening that can't wait till tomorrow. And instead have, read a book, read a paper book, have a nice relaxing bath, something like that, or do your meditation, which we'll talk about in a second. That's really going to help you to relax and get into the mood of having a really good night's sleep. Another really simple thing you can do, but also the blue light that's emitted from all these gadgets, from televisions or laptops or iPads, whatever, phones, that gives off blue light, which is really bad for keeping us awake. It disrupts our sleep pattern. So if you can get those off earlier in the evening, you'll feel so much better. So as I was saying, yes, meditation, that's the next tip. I would certainly, if you're not already, learn to meditate. I know some people think it's a bit hippie and out there, and it's not for everybody, that's true, but it can be a really useful tool to help you switch off at the end of the day. A lot of people also use it first thing in the morning to get themselves into the right headspace for the day, so start the day off in the right way. There's loads of apps around that are going to really help you to do this. And it's been, again, scientifically proven that meditating, it literally gets in there and it will, rewire your brain. It will stop those stress responses happening so kind of frequently and rapidly. You will notice a difference. Your stress response probably will respond really well to that. You'll feel a lot calmer, which is what we really want. So definitely a good practice to start getting the hang of. The next one ticks a lot of boxes because it gets you out, it gets you moving. If you can get out, get a nice walk in during the day. Doesn't have to be a long walk, 10 minutes will do, 15 minutes. The longer the better, of course. If you can get in nature, even better. So walking in the countryside, or if you've got a nice park near you, a nice relaxing space to really kind of have a nice relaxing walk. I don't mean charging around in a hurry, trying to get lots of shopping in your lunch break or anything like that, but actually going for a walk and really feeling relaxed when you at the end of it and during it. So I think about maybe taking a walk to school if you're doing the school run, or popping out at lunchtime for a nice relaxing walk. As I say, not charging around, that doesn't count. It's got to be relaxing, it's got to be slow at a nice steady pace. You could do your meditation at the same time. Anything like that, even getting off the tube or the bus a couple of minutes early and just taking that time to relax properly before you go into work will make you feel a lot fresher and a lot more relaxed to start the day. Okay, so that's 4 really simple things you can start doing now that are going to really benefit you in so many ways. Relaxing your mind, making your body feel better, and ultimately hoping that you're going to stop your gut being quite so aggravated. It's not obviously the only thing to do, but it will certainly help you. And it's not going to be the case of doing these things just once or twice or just in January. Get into the habit of doing, making small changes. It's the small changes that you're doing regularly that you're going to stick to, where you're going to see the results. It's no good making enormous changes and then not sticking to them, because that can be very demotivating. But if you just do tiny changes, a few times a week, that very soon becomes habit, and you're going to really notice those differences straight away. Okay, so I hope that helps you. If you would like to book a call with me, if you're ready to take the next stage in your healing journey, I shall pop a link to my diary in the comments, so do use that. It's a free 30-minute call, so I can hear more about you and find out what you've got going on, and then we can talk about the next steps. And there's also a link to some free recipes in the links as well, so do check those out if you're interested in trying out some new recipe ideas this year. Okay, I shall see you next time. Bye.